Mm. What's up, everybody? Mm. Sorry, I skipped lunch, so I'm eating right now. Um, but yeah, welcome YouTube Live. Let's double check real quick if we are really live streaming. And I want to discuss this topic because it cracked me up. It happened yesterday, but I figured, hey, it's still fresh. Mm. By the way, the photo that you see on the thumbnail for this live stream is me and James Gunn. It was from one of the press events for the Belko experiments that he produced about, I want to say, 2016 or so. I've met him a couple of times. I've met him there and at Comic Con as well. So James Gunn, I'm a huge fan of his. Was bummed out when Disney fired him, but glad to hear that Disney rehired him again. And of course, he made Suicide Squad 2, the sequel for WB that's coming up pretty soon. I think this year, both in theaters and HBO Max. So as you know, because Disney has rehired James Gunn again for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, there have been speculations about who's gonna show up as far as characters go on this third installment. And this happened yesterday afternoon around, I want to say, 4 p.m. Yeah, there you go. Well, James was reacting to quote unquote scoop exclusive news from the Illuminerdi, a website that's pretty new, but I think they're behaving kind of like El Maimbe. It's like, oh, we got exclusive, we got scoop, because that's how websites now try to get clicks and views. If you don't have exclusives and stuff like that, yeah, then you're gonna be drowning in the competition, my website included. Unfortunately, I don't do scoops. But for the past couple of years, since I think, yeah, the Illuminati, I think, has been around only for a couple of years, and they've been, hey, scoop this, scoop that, and there were times when they got it right, and there are many times when they got it wrong, and this is one of them. And so they said that Adam Warlock was gonna be on the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which of course will be scripted and directed by James Gunn. Uh, the Illuminati has learned that the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is currently looking to cast the long awaited cosmic hero Adam Warlock. James Gunn's highly anticipated third installment will begin filming soon, and a long awaited character from the cosmic side of Marvel will finally make his debut. Yada, yada, yada. It has long been expected that Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 will finally introduce one of James Gunn's favorite Marvel heroes. The Illuminati can exclusively reveal that Marvel is looking to cast a 30-year-old Caucasian man who is described as both a superhero type, can you see it? And Zac Efron type as Adam Warlock. So they even inserted a picture of Zac Efron here. Um, So yeah, so that's the scoop. That Marvel is looking to cast a 30-year-old Caucasian man that's kind of like Zac Efron type as well. um, and of course, this went viral. Everybody's like, "Oh my god!" And I've seen other websites also picked it up. I think Comic Book News or Comic Book Report also picked it up and ran with it, and so they had to backpedal after James Gunn responded to it. So James Gunn said, "There is no casting underway for Volume 3, and in what world would I only cast a Caucasian if the character has gold skin? And if I wanted a Zac Efron type, wouldn't I go to Zac Efron?" Where do you get this nonsense? Oh my god, it's funny. And man, Twitter was just piling on Illuminati, man, piling on them. It's like even Seth Rogen jumped in. It's like, shit, I was gonna submit myself for the Zac Efron type. James Gunn said Zac Efron, but not to Zac Efron. Sorry. So Seth Rogen says, "Get it." Uh, Bradley Hall with a with a meme of Jonah Hill. Um, let's see here. Would you cast a white guy to play Black Panther? He'll mostly be in a black bodysuit. Um, where is it? Oh, here it is. Sorry, I'm cracking up. There's some other. Okay, Josh Gad. Josh Gad says this was not the way I wanted to find out if I'm out of the running for Adam Warlock. um, Jermaine Clement. You know Jermaine Clement, very famous actor from ah, what is that movie that I love? Oh well, he was in Moana, but he's also in that Bronco. It's in the tip of my tongue. He said from their connection in the Illuminerdi. Oh man. So the reason why people put the meme of Aisha, which is Elizabeth Debicki's character, on Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is because I think in the post credit scene they kind of tease like the coming of Adam Warlock, but James Gunn didn't want to feature Adam Warlock in the second movie because there were too many characters. That's at least that's the word on the street. Um, whether or not he's gonna include Adam Warlock in Volume 3, we don't know yet because James Gunn is still busy trying to give us the Suicide Squad, the sequel, the Suicide Squad sequel that's coming up this year. So I don't think he's even started on, you know, Volume 3 casting. Maybe he started on the script, but nothing on, the as far as pre-production and getting people on board, the crew getting together, nothing like that. Nothing like that. So But let me get the dunking here. The dunking is on the Illuminerdi tweet. So Dr. Awesome says, "You guys really need to stop posting rumors related to James Gunn. Just about everything you've posted about something he's working on has turned out wrong, and he's been more than happy to say that. James Gunn called he destroyed your rumor in a snap. Like, damn." Oh, Illuminerdi deleted a tweet. I think they tweeted something here. They deleted it. Let's see what else here. They're looking for a Zac Efron type, and it's been rumored for years that he's gonna play the part, and he said he would absolutely join the MCU in a heartbeat. So I'm guessing this guy is speaking in defense of the Illuminati. Um, yeah, sure. Some random Twitter account is a trustworthy source. Pretty bad. You got the director calling you out. Oh, they even put the Dave Bautista meme. Oh man, that's funny. You must be so embarrassed. Um, Oftentimes, the person writing these is not the person that found the news and is just assigned to write it out, and don't immediately blame the author. Yeah, well, that may be so, but the guy writing the tweet, is doing it on behalf of the author. So it's like an extension. So it's like representing the Illuminati itself. So it's like you can't really separate one from the other. Um, and they're doing it. They're tweeting it on the Illuminati Twitter account. Ian Forte, man, the director himself wiped his ass on your scoop. Okay. Enough with the dunking. Okay, here are my thoughts before I get back to my noodles. This was about scoop, right? You, you wonder like how trustworthy are some sites when it comes to scoops. When it comes to exclusives. Sometimes people like rely on whether or not the websites are or the outlets are blue check marked, has a blue check mark from Twitter. Because they think like, oh, if it's blue check mark, that means it's valid. That's like a sign of credibility. And sometimes, people see the number of followers on their Twitter account. Maybe if it's above 10,000 followers, then they're legit. Then I mean there's some sort of truth to that rumor in some way. Um, is the Illuminati completely at fault? I Here's the thing. I get the desire to try to get views and clicks. In today's age, if you don't do anything provocative or something that's earth shattering, then nobody's gonna pay attention to you, especially on social media. You have to, like, kind of shake the trees. It's like, see what falls, like that kind of stuff. If you just go with the flow, then you're not gonna get ahead. I get it. I get it. I understand. I totally understand. Um, and I think the Illuminati, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, was started by a guy named Joseph, who's a good guy. I know him from the press junket circles. I think he used to create, or he used to be the head of Hashtag Show, also another fantastic outlet. So maybe I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt here. Maybe they did hear some, from some sources, like, oh yeah, Adam Warlock, they're looking for a Zac Efron type to play Adam Warlock. Maybe they heard that from a couple of sources. Maybe they feel like those sources are credible enough to for them to run with the story. Uh, and that is part of journalism, right? I'm not taking that away from them, but I think they should have also asked the director, like, for confirmation. If the director says, or, oh, I can neither confirm nor deny, then that's usually a pretty good indicator for you to maybe feel comfortable to run the story. But if you don't, if you go with other sources, 2 3 corroborating sources, but you don't go to the you don't even ask the director himself, then you probably are not doing journalism solidly, to the extent that it should. So, what I'm getting at. You're only doing it halfway, sort of thing. So, but yeah, I again, giving them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they mean well, they intend well with this tweet. Maybe they're like, hey, we got the scoop. We are entertainment journalism website. Then let's do it. Let's do it. IGN does it. The Rap does it all the time. When they have the exclusives, of course they're gonna tweet it. So, but they dropped the ball. Illuminati dropped the ball when they didn't ask the man himself, James Gunn, for either confirmation or denial. So James Gunn has to jump in and say, "Yeah, this is not what's gonna happen." Um, but yeah, that is the nature of the business. If you ask me, I don't do scoops. I'm not a big outlet. My only audiences are you guys. So that's about it. And I'm okay with that. I'm a small fish in a big pond, and I'm okay with that. I think, would I love to have scoops? Would I love it if some insider in the studios or whatever is like, hey Rama, guess who's gonna be in this movie, or like, hey, guess who they're looking to cast in this movie? I would love that. I would love to be the kind of like a mini El Maimbe. But I'm not complaining if I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Because the only audiences I have are you guys, and I do entertainment journalism as far as like interviewing talents at the junkets, promoting their movies in the weeks or the days that the movies are about to release. So I'm comfortable with that format. So, um, and you know what? And I don't want to be in the position of the Illuminati. I don't want to get a scoop and get it wrong. And then get people piling on. It's like, maybe there's no such thing as bad publicity. That's why the Illuminati still hasn't deleted their tweet, because they think like, sure, we got it wrong, but it's good press. People are noticing, people recognizing our website because of this bad scoop. Maybe that's the way they think. I don't know. But I don't want to be in that position. I personally don't want to be having any bad press. So maybe I'm not that bold, and I'm okay with that. But yeah, the Illuminati, I think they should have told. The thing is with rumors also, you never know exactly who's saying the truth, right? Well, in this case, we know James Gunn. It's like, hey, there's no casting yet of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, so we know he's telling the truth on this matter. But in the past, as you know, sometimes studios or filmmakers would throw a curveball to kind of distract you or get your attention somewhere else, so that the spoiler won't get spilled. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, Star Trek Into Darkness, the J.J. Abrams Star Trek movie. Remember that with Benedict Cumberbatch? I think they announced like, oh yeah, Benedict Cumberbatch was gonna play this character named John Harrison. No, there's nothing to do with Khan. And turns out, it's just a ploy, marketing ploy. Turns out it's the movie is actually a reverse Wrath of the Khan, basically. So sometimes that happens. Sometimes actors will say like, no, 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 I'm not gonna be in that movie. That scoop is wrong. And turns out the actor ends up being in that movie because they want to keep the suspense. They want to keep the excitement for the fans when they first enjoy it on the big screen, and it's totally understandable. Um, but in this case, I think the Illuminerdi kind of played too fast and loose with their reporting. They kind of didn't do the journalism part really, really well as they should have. So yeah, so they dropped the ball, and James Gunn called them out, and so did the entire Twitter. So um, let's read a few more before I log off. Randy says, if you don't block these accounts that make frivolous exclusive claims, you're supporting their behavior. um, the Illuminati are the same common who recently broke the news that Marvel was developing the mutants 2 years after Feige publicly said that Marvel was using the term the mutants when developing the X-Men related properties. How do we delete their website? It's a fake. Oh man. I never heard of this website until today. Now, thanks to James Gunn, I know that they just make shit up for clicks. Noted. Oh man, that's funny. Okay. Good laughs. Good laughs. I needed that. I needed the laughs. Been a very stressful day today. So let's get back to my selfie photo of me and James Gunn. How awesome is that? So cool. Here's my other photo of James Gunn at another event. Yeah. Such a cool guy. One of the friendliest filmmakers I've ever had the pleasure of meeting and interviewed at the press junkets. I don't know if I'll ever get invited anymore, but it was fun. It was fun meeting James Gunn. So, what do you think about this latest news, latest hilarity, latest debacle? Twitter and James Gunn debunking on a fake scoop. Share your thoughts in the comment section below, and as always, subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Let's rock this.